Question 1586. What is the most obscure thing you've seen a Coke bottle used for?
Hell, Tusk. What's your answer?
Like in a video or like in real life? I got extremely both. There's other follow-up questions I need to clarify to what type of activities we're talking about too.
Right, okay, let's take it. We are talking about obscure activities, not where your mind's gone.
There is an answer to this. Somebody has a story to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked
Yes?
for Tusk's not here.
Dulcimer?
Hello.
What's your answer to the question?
I once accidentally a Coca-Cola bottle.
You accidentally the Coca-Cola bottle.
I accidentally a Coca-Cola bottle.
And how did that go?
Not well.
Anthony on the stream. What are you there? Tatty! Save us!
Wasn't me. It wasn't me. Oh, Christ. You're wanting me to fucking save you? Christ in a bucket, you're in a bad fucking place, mate. What's the worst thing I've seen? Drinking Pepsi. Yeah, here you go.
Andrew Coke, well, that's relatively weird. Crafty.
The most obscure thing I've ever seen was when we were kids. We used, after drinking the Coke bottle, of course, you'd have to drink all of the Coke out of it. We'd stamp on it and just walk around with it attached to our shoes because it sounded metallic on pavement and it made us feel like robots.
Okay, I have a question that's just occurred to me that I have forgotten about. Oh, no, not a question. Something I've forgotten about for like 30 years. Did anyone else do things with Grolsch bottle tops?
Yeah, break people's feet with them.
Break people's feet with them.
Did you put them on your shoes?
Yeah.
No,
cool.
I used to stand in folks that did that and break their fucking feet.
That sounds horrific. You were horrible, weren't you?
It was quite the craze to have French kicker boots and put gross bottle tops on them if you were a wanker.
Yes, if you followed a certain pop duo, as I remember correctly, it was all the fucking Brossettes that done it.
Was it?
Yes, that was
Didn't
them
know
that
about
started
that.
the craze. Yep, it was them that started the craze.
Did it not make it to Scotland, that craze?
Oh, made it to Scotland, but very briefly.
Very briefly.
Let's just say we put our foot down on it.
Godless Scummer says it involved a pack of Mentos. And then he says,
obscure.
actually, I think it may have involved a certain flat earther who brought a new meaning to live streaming.
Yeah, the streaming warrior.
Manda.
Well, I thought, you said Coke bottle, so I assumed you meant glass. So I guess glass, I'll give an answer for both. Obviously, aluminum would be, used to smoke weed out of, I guess. And glass,
Were they aluminium bottles?
Not, the tin bottles, whatever. The metal ones.
Cans.
Cans, yes.
They're not bottles.
Okay, but they make them. They no, actually they do. They have the shape of it, but it's in. They make them in the metal. I live in Atlanta, right next to the home of Coke. So we have everything Coke here. They're all different shapes and shit. Anyway.
The only thing I know about Coke in Atlanta is it gets sunk, and all the Atlanteans turn into mermaids.
I thought Columbia was the home of Coke.
Yeah, including Jeff Foxworthy.
I've taken a glass bottle and silvered the inside for decoration. So that's, I guess, it. Not very interesting.
We didn't get glass Coke bottles. We weren't trusted with them. We weren't trusted with them.
I mean, I remember. Oddly enough, it was around the point at which I went to uni, as the point at which all pint glasses went plastic.
So I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised that that Amanda didn't say this since she spent so much time out in the Southwest. But for me, it's I've seen people that build walls in Adobe out of it, and that's how they do that's the windows. That provides the
Yeah,
light. You
that's
see
true.
lots of like early 20th century Adobe houses when everybody got moved out there. I mean, slowly they kind of adjusted to like the Navajo way of life, the Trail of Tears. Everybody came across there and they did what they could to try to adapt what they could pilfer or whatever from wine bottles, but Coke bottles were also a very popular one to stick in the wall and build the bricks up.
Yep, that too.
Hotweight Rick says, I've been on the internet for over 25 years. I've seen a lot of weird shit. With Coke bottles?
Yeah.
With
Jeez.
everything.
Up the butt.
Well, yeah,
That's
I was
not
going to go there.
obscure.
But he told me I couldn't talk about that. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
Do it anyway. Do it anyway.
Pandas.
Pandas?
Well, you could also like you could
Pandas
take
can
Jeff's
suck
idea and
off.
add the Minto to it, and then up the butt. And
That sounds lethal.
Wait,
Don't
what?
do it anyway. Don't do it anyway.
That sounds lethal.
Add a Minto to it first.
It went hell of a fucking colonic though.
he wouldn't walk right the next day for sure.
Okay, hell, you'd be rafting for a week.
It's when it comes out your nose you got to worry.
Ben wants to know how this became
It's not the
about
first time you
butthole
said
picking.
that.
It just naturally does. It always does.
Yeah.
Buttholes or
Spaghetti and
dildos,
Dudex.
it's a thing.
There's also a commercial where a small kid uses 2 Coke cans to stand on so he can reach the Pepsi button on the vending machine. That's quite funny.
Clever fucking kid.
Well, like Crafty was talking about, there used to be a video about kids using Coke bottle, like plastic Coke bottles, and the plastic 6-pack holders to make sandals out of in the desert.
I'd well believe it. Like what we used to do, either with the Coke cans or with the Coke plastic bottles, we'd empty them, obviously, because you don't waste shit. Okay, you don't waste shit. We'd empty it, and then we'd stand on it in a certain way that would wrap around your foot and just attach to your shoe.
Yes. Yes.
Cheese knows.
Yes, we
Cheese
did
knows.
that. We did that. That was amazing. You could skid for miles across the playground.
And it would make
It
you
was
sound when
genius.
you walked, and when you walked, you'd sound like a robot.
Oh, that was genius. I feel the urge to do that.
I
If
remember.
we do it, we need to see it.
I remember we smashed
Yes.
cans. We'd smash cans because we take them in and trade them for money. We go collect cans along the side of the road and stuff to get money for candy. But when we try to smash them down because you want to get as many as you can in the machine, and you get them stuck on your feet, and sometimes it'd be hard to get them off. It's probably the same kind of thing.
Yes, but we did it purposely for that reason. And then usually our mothers would have to take the cans off or the bottles off. Because we couldn't be arsed.
Because you couldn't be asked. Jeez.
Apart from the obvious Coke bottle in an uncomfortable place, I did go to a wedding
you
where
doing
they
sniffing
used
it in?
what?
It wouldn't be
I
doing
went to a
sniffing
wedding
it
where
anyway.
I wouldn't sniff it. You wouldn't sniff it. That's a completely different video on the internet. Even filthier than what was going on in the first place. I went to a wedding. They drunk the couple, and Emma, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. The couple had decided they wanted Coca-Cola bottles as light ornaments around the outside of their dance area. So they drunk maybe 300 bottles of Coke and put lights in them, and then a cork, and then put them in a string. So they decorated the outside of the dance area. That's the weird, apart from the obvious uncomfortableness.
So they drank 300 bottles of Coke, got to their wedding day, and they couldn't fit their fucking suits and clothes and shit because they fucking drank 300 bits of Coke.
By the way,
It wasn't quite. It was a nice idea. Oh,
That's a metal bottle. That's metal.
Oh,
So
We don't have them.
will do. Yeah.
we don't go to them.
They're
They seem
awesome.
like
You
much
got to
more
send me
effective
one.
dildos.
I will.
Oh, it'd be cracking as a fucking chip, man.
Which is
And
probably
that's
why we
we
haven't got
can't
them.
have nice things.
Yes, this is exactly why we can't have nice things because of Paddy and Tusk.
Mainly Tatty.
Mainly Tatty. Nice. Etty.
I used to put it on my wheel so it sounded like I had a motorbike.
Did you not use card for that?
No, I used a plastic bottle.
I did that from
And
time to
then-
time.
And when I was in a wheelchair, I did it to 2 of my wheels because I was hardcore.
You didn't have to push yourself, did you?
No,
How long were you in a wheelchair for?
only like a month or something. Because I broke my leg and my cast was up to my hip, and because it was so like heavily set, I could not lift it for the first while. Like I literally could not pick my leg up because it was so heavy. So they were like, "You're not allowed to move it anyway, so you just sit in this chair." And I'm like, "Yay!" Well, it wasn't fun entirely, but I enjoyed putting the plastic bottles in it and forcing my dad to push me around.
Dulcimer,
Nice.
are you on a yoga ball?
No, I'm bouncing in sympathy, darling.
In fairness, Dulcimer has been trolling the chat for how fucking long? Did anyone believe that he wouldn't troll the stream as well?
I don't know what you're talking about, young lady.
Of
This is
course
my
you
first
don't.
time ever here.
Never seen
Innocent giraffe. Dulcimer's an innocent giraffe.
I'm a pretty.
Very pretty giraffe. Lovely blue hair.
I'm innocent of all charges, Your Honour.
Whose fucking idea was this? Oh my god.
I had absolutely nothing to do with this.
Did you know about it?
I cannot confirm nor deny my knowledge on the matter.
I answer to no man.
Etty
He
is
spent all day
dead.
looking for it. Speaking of coke ads, look up the Smack the Pony window cleaner. That's
No.
quite a good advert. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.